Heather. Heather is made by the Sun method. Heather needed people are only concerned with themselves and their problems. They take no notice of yours, even when you are in the state of unhappiness over a recent event. Everyone is at same time temporarily in the heather state, but for some it becomes chronic and their lack of empathy or concern for others is the state by which they are known. Often they are the butt of jokes among those who seek to avoid their company. So either persons are introverted and extroverted already explained by you and ma'am. They don't want to be alone. Sometimes single kid may develop either personalities. So a normal heather state is seen in children who are in the ego development phase of childhood and who tell you a lot about themselves. Sometimes the childhood need carriers into the adulthood and they went to the state of needy children. This personality cannot recognize that the love and attention they seek can only came from their own attention and care for the people and the world around them. These are the people you meet in a waiting room or on a aeroplane who tell you their entire life history, including every detail of all medical procedures and illness. Heather honey, where the bees have collected nectar exclusively from heather, has a higher moisture content than other honey. The aerial parts of the plants were used as a tonic and the treat consumption, cough, nerves, depression, heart complaints, arthritis, and rheumatism. Heather is still considered to be a low value plant material growing abundantly on heathland and moorland. So these people are more talkative, obsessed with their own troubles and experience. In whole state of heather, the talkers become good listeners. They develop great empathy and create an atmosphere of trust and strength in which others may feel comfortable. They start to think others. They understand conversation should be in both sides.
These people will be like, how will they be known as? Like they'll come, they'll be talking, 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 talking. In the group, like they will start with the talking, and after a while, like they'll start on telling about their own trumpet, whatever has happened. And only like they'll, whenever the other people are saying about themselves, they literally compare with their incident. Like most introvert people will also be there in this heather, and even extrovert people will also be in heather. So introvert people will be talking to themselves about them, and extrovert people will be talking with others. As I was saying, like so these people are like having the loneliness in their childhood, which turns into like aloneness, and what makes them is like they are fear because of that, and they don't want to be alone, and they'll be talking, talking, talking. If we stop talking, like people will not be there with us. So that's the main reason, like they'll be talking and keeping them engaged to have them. These people will be like normally have long like they'll be telling that first you first love me, then I'll show you love. Okay. uh, and excessive communication about self to others.
They want love and love and love. Telling that you have to love me, you'll have to love me, and they will be demanding it in a very uh, grand scale, and they don't want love. There is a vacancy of love there. Mm.
And they don't have the self satisfaction, and they have wounded ego in their childhood. So they'll be making the, that's the reason for making the choices frequently in a different way. They'll have a friend today and they will change it, like because I don't like whatever the person is talking, whatever the reason may be, that they'll call us like button holders, because they'll talk only about their own problems. And we can say another way, like these people are like just opposite for agrimony. Agrimony people will never ever say about themselves to others, but still they will be talking with others. These people will be talking only about themselves to others. And these people will be having the lung heart challenges, because they are spending all their energy in talking. And similar to peacock, like they'll try to attract everyone around themselves, like by showing how high they are, how they have done. So they want to show off. And these people, like when they are talking, like centurion mimulus people will be just get stuck with these people, because these people will be talking and those people will be listening because of the fear, or like they don't want to say no. And these people, like, whenever, because of the so much of talk, they will not sleep properly. They'll not, all these are coming because they are not focusing on themselves. They are like just noting down the happenings. They are not concentrating on themselves, which may lead to even suicide in worst case. Always they'll be like in confusion, always like something runs on their mind. Without peace they'll be like going on. And there is no secret with these people, and they're very poor listeners, and they'll dress themselves like in a very nicer way. And whatever they talk, most of the words will be having the I'm like this, I have done this. And these people will be like talking childish at times, and repeatedly like saying anything. And presumptuous person, like poking his nose into others affairs. Normally, like they'll talk about others, okay, and there's no sense in interfering. When others are talking, they will never ever listen. Just like that, they will throw their opinion even without the other people are like asking. And easily like mourning others, like they'll be like having mourning griefs every time. And they'll, because of the recognition, that is recognition or disrespect that they are having, always they'll be in this mourning. And they do have this irritation, and sometimes it leads to hatred and taking revenge on the other people too. There is no trust.
They'll be always emotionally blackmailing. They'll be always make others in a state of guilt. That is very important.
They'll keenly observe others, and they'll cheat others too. They'll keenly observe others. And how these people are is like, I'm here, I have come. That is the main way of saying about the heather people. But when they are achieving the full tendency, so everything happens on its own. They will be like in that mode. And it is like it's an the life is an awesome one, and we have so much of wonders. So they'll be in a different zone, and they know that like they'll give only few words, but it will have more meaning. So energy saving will be happening like when we are going for the positive, like full tendency of heather. So heather is like from calm wind to storm, like how drizzling rain went into thunder rain. So all these things will be coming under heather, and this will make us to understand no one is there till death. Okay. And they'll this can be used as a trump card in an emergency, because this is called like this will help us in emergency times. Okay, at last, like life is great. And they will realize that soul, and they will understand the peace. And um they will finally say that I'm the um I'm nothing. I'm nothing, and there is nothing happening. So there is they like in the other tendency, they'll be saying like I. The like when they are going for the full tendency, they'll be saying about like nothing is happening on me. Okay, there is nothing to happen on me itself. There is no me kind of stuff. They'll be reaching it.
First of all, this there is one icon, one smiley asking to speak. That itself is a reflection of Heather. I would say anything that flows incessantly, anything that flows like a force of nature, can be attributed to Heather. Be it singing, be it speaking, expression, self-expression. It could be expression of love. It could be writing. Could be anything that flows. Anything that uh, facilitates self-expression. There we can see Heather. Heather is abundant. Heather is everywhere. Heather or the unformed, not full heather. That is the shadow faces of heather. We can say that they are trying to say something, they are not able to say it fully, uh, or they don't know what is important to say, or what to say first. They have got a lot of stuff to discuss, but I'm trying to just say what goes on in the head of the heather person. He really wants to listen, or really wants to understand the other person. He really might even have the empathy inside of him, but he just cannot. He's shadowed. Totally, he's shadowed by his own opinions and thoughts, and he has to share it at any cost, whether it is important or not, whether it is useful or not, whether the opposite person, whatever the emotional state of the opposite person is, they might have even mentioned about a death. Still, the heather person will be talking about all his own. whatever he wants to talk about. And with these heather people, one cannot reason. One utters a word, then there is a whole waterfall of words from their end. And the heather person always dies to have the last word. He has to have the last word. And he has to speak, speak, and speak.
There is no other personality actually. The
Yes.
person who is in need of heather.
So the person who is unformed or one who is not whole when it comes to the heather conditions or one who is in need of heather, he it is tough to reason with such a person. Like he cannot understand honest criticism, or he cannot take some even some light-hearted sarcasm. If someone is sarcastic, he cannot take a sarcastic comment and he will be replying to it in a very literal manner, in a very serious manner. Persons who will be in need of heather, and what the employees want or what actually the crowd wants, what actually the people want, they can never understand, and they don't have an idea. They don't care about the current affairs, like what is happening. Still, they want to just thrust their opinion, what is there in their head. That's it. That will be people who are in need of heather. But people who are fully formed or who are more formed when it comes to the weather conditions, people who are in the full, when it comes to the condition, they will be, what they utter will be like bullet points. What is
Hmm.
required? What is the need of the hour? They will be talking about it. And it will be very well timed also. And either it's a flow. They will be very good orators. It is a flow that we can see in them. It is art when they start expressing themselves.
A succinct and clear explanation, and then eloquence and spontaneous overflow, the intuitive talking. Uh, I think it's whether it is in any language that gives 3 to 4 words giving a full meaning of a life or things like that. It is all heather or heather.